fake and phony. Like I've always been very real with you guys. You know what I mean? And so I think for new parents, you because here's the thing, when when your kids are trying to figure out who they are, a lot of your issues and a lot of men, a lot of your issues and your wives' issues, they're going to become your children's issues. And if you don't show your children your flaws and if you don't teach your children about yourself, then they're going to think that their issues are their fault.
Yeah, that's why
Like you guys know you're insane because I'm insane.
yeah,
I'm kidding.
and the whole thing this teenage phase. I'm just like, no, it was you. It was once your phase, and when you were a teenager, you hated being called the teenage phase, or that you're just going through a phase. When it's
Yeah.
just something that lived inside of you that you forgot about and that you changed about yourself because you grew up and became a parent, and then you don't recognize it in your kids.
Yeah,
Or you do, and you just don't want to admit it.
and you do it, you just don't want to admit it, and you forget that
Yeah.
you were not only do you forget that you were young at one time, you forget what it was really like to be to struggle with. Because remember, I asked you the other day, I said, what is it like, you know, uh, being a teenager? And it's like, we do have the bodies of adults,
Yeah.
but there's still this need. But here's the other thing: is that as far as handling conflict, have you seen a good example from adults on how to handle conflict?
Yes, Jesus.
Right, right. No, I get it. I get it.
But no, I mean, I don't know, because I feel like a lot of times parents freak out first because it's just like, no, my babies, and then, to a teenager, it's just like you're being over dramatic and stuff like that. So it's just two different perspectives, and parents, they don't sit down and listen to their kids a lot of times, but kids also think they're right, and their pride gets in the way of them not wanting to listen to their parents, even if their parents do try to talk to them. And it's just a lot of
Not listening.
yeah, not listening and pride going on because teenagers think they know more than what they do, and then parents know more, but they also think they're
But
teenagers.
their approach is wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because I think that I think the approach, it's like once you know you're right, you forget how wrong you can be.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And
But
that
if you're coming to your kids from I think if you raise your kids up and from biblical perspectives and biblical standpoints, it's actually easier to talk to them because y'all both know what the Bible says.
yeah,
So
because I think that's a better way to go about it because it's like we're pursuing. We're not Team Duke or Team Dad or Team Mom or Team. We're Team Jesus, and we're pursuing God together. So when I had you guys, it was like, hey guys, we're following God together. And like when I mess up, you guys are able to say, hey Dad, you're falling off. You're not. And when I see you guys mess up, it's like, hey guys, this is not what we're doing. This is not the direction that we're going in. And so the struggle is this, and this is what we were talking about on the way here earlier this morning. We were like, hey, like there's no part of life that's not going to be challenging. You know what I mean? Uh, you guys, you got to remember that we used to like. You have to remember how dependent human beings are born. We're born from the womb as these babies that will literally just sit there like a loaf of bread if someone doesn't pick us up, hold us, and genuinely care for us. Okay? So the reality is that in life we've always needed care, we've always needed love, we've always needed, security. And where do you think it happens where where we just develop this mindset that we don't need anybody?
I don't think. I mean, I think people think they develop that mindset. I mean, but
You don't think they really ever
I don't
think
think
it?
they really ever mean it because even if you say you don't need anybody, you're talking a lot of times people are talking about they don't need their family because they're just do something on their own, or even if that's not the case, you're talking about they don't need a man or they don't need a woman or whatever like that. But you need someone because being alone just
It's not
And
realistic.
even if you just got out, like you turned 18, 19, you moved out of your parents' house or whatever like that, and you think
I like
it's
how
great.
Ezekiel felt your vibe, like you're not gonna move, so he just sat down, like he put his books in that drink over there. But he's so passive. He's so passive that he just sat down beside you instead of trying to like. He wouldn't even utter the words "excuse me." He was just like,
No, she was talking.
he's,
I was trying to be
he's,
respectful, I guess.
no, but you know also when I think when bad things happen too, it causes us to not trust people. You know
But
what I
it
mean?
isn't me that you want to be alone. It's just you have that caution. But even if like I said, even if you just moved out of your parents' house, whatever, like 18, 19, 20, whatever, you'd be like, I like my freedom, or I like being alone for this amount of time, and then eventually you start missing your family, and eventually you start missing like another person around, or comfort, or someone to talk to about your problems. Like, so it's just, I mean, that's literally impossible for us not to need someone, or even if we don't even want someone around, because like from the beginning of time, God saw that it was not good for man to be alone.
Right. Right.
So
And so, and this is what I want to tell everybody. Look, the best thing that you can do in life is, get your relationship with God right. I genuinely want to hear what are some things that you do to, like, the number to call is 757-631-7777. I want to hear from you about how do you deal with uh, conflict, as a young person, as a parent, as, you know, do you spaz? How do you deal with things initially? Do you shut down? And why? Why is that? When was it something that was taught? Was it something that's natural? These are the types of things that we're going to be talking about on Real Life with Duke White on the television show. We want people to be able to say, hey, I feel like I learned. Uh, I did learn. Did you come from a family that actually taught proper conflict management? Like, say, Crystal and myself, you know, we have great conflict management, because what we do is, do everything besides murder each other. And then we like, yeah, we survived that, we survived that. No, we have one of the most toxic relationships ever. But my thing is this: what do we do? Like we do know that pride is one of the things, because the need to be right. All right. Now, you being so young, you've already realized that pride is a serious thing. How do you think pride's going to affect you in your relationships, like, say, with your children when you have them? Like, do you think it's just something that's going to go away, or do you have to kind of always be watching out for it?
no, I don't. I mean, yeah, it's all. And I don't think it's something that goes away completely because it's a world. It's a simple world. But I think it's something I gotta definitely watch out for, especially if I become a parent, because I already always do think I'm right. So parents always think they're right too. So that's just gonna make it a lot harder. But I think I at least have to, well, watch out for it. Make sure like the way I wanted to be heard out as a kid, I make sure my kids feel like their voice is heard too. So,
Right.
and then if they're wrong, I can correct them and show them why they're wrong, not just say you're wrong. Like show them the reason why they're wrong, and so they don't feel conflicted or feel like you know any type of way towards me. But I show them why they're wrong, not just say you're wrong or and I'm right, and but also I'm not taking disrespect. So I think a lot of kids they want to be right, but they do it in a disrespectful way, which makes them wrong. So so I and I also gotta be careful, like when I have kids, like not to take it as disrespect just because they're saying having a valid point at the same time.
Yeah. So, do you think parents need to be able to say when they're wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's important, especially.
Ezekiel finally speaks. He goes, "Yes."
Oh my god! But I think it's important because it also if you can say with your what you're like that you're wrong as a parent, then your kids, even throughout life, they won't have to take crap from nobody else when they're right. I mean, obviously, there's times to like,
Humble yourself.
yeah, to boost that you're right because sometimes it's just better to be quiet and let the situation.
So how many times do you do that with me?
A lot.
But usually I'm right though. No, not accepting it. I'm usually when I'm right. When I'm right, I'm right. And you're like, so you're telling me this.
Yeah, when you're right, you're right.
But you're telling me what you're saying now is that you'll choose to be quiet because I think I'm right.
Sometimes.
No, actually, you know what? I will watch you go from okay, let him think he's right. Let me remain respectful, and then I'll find out you were right, and you'll go. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Or you'll be like, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Got it. Now, Ezekiel, you tend to get a stink face and very private. Did you just switch?
I know. That's what
Yeah. I just don't want to punch this guy right in the schnosh. Yeah, like, he's just even that WWE look like say something. Yeah, okay. But all my vigor will return to me. But being that you are surrounded by all girls all the time, how does that affect your pride level? How does that affect your need to be right? Say
I
true.
don't think around. I don't know. I have a lot to learn. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
When I'm prideful and I have a lot to learn, you can't be prideful and not have a lot to learn. You just can't.
I can't stand it when you get the "I'm right" face and you'll say something so wrong.
Yeah. So
you're like, so how can 1 + 1 not be 3? It's like, bro, are you serious right now?
So it is. But when I am right, like I can tell when I'm right, she just loves to frustrate me, so she'll act like I'm wrong.
Such manipulation and abuse.
Because sometimes when he's right, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna say he's right, but I'm just gonna make up these exaggerations. Like
I noticed today when you said you weren't feeling well, and he's just like, water. You were getting ready to try to intimidate him to let you get an energy drink, and he was like, water.
Oh no,
water.
no, I wasn't gonna do that. I was getting the water, and then he kept trying to he was thinking that I was gonna get a
I
bag.
thought you were reaching for the bag.
No, I was looking for a water bottle, and
Do you let your brother protect you?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Sometimes. I mean, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. When I'm not sick, and he says, "Okay, that's your third energy drink today, Faith."
Wait, you have 3 energy drinks in a day?
We were in the mall.
Okay. You know I'm upset about that.
So, that's the point.
This is the point.
You totally got your sister in trouble.
So that's the point. But
No,
like,
that's pretty
I think you should stop. Sometimes he would take it away and just before I could open it and give it to a friend.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you did that.
Well, you can have it
It's so. Why do you think it's so hard for girls to let their brothers protect them?
because it's sometimes like their dads, and it's just like, I already did this.
I already have a dad.
Well, because I mean, even biblically, it's just like if your dad dies or something like that, your older brother,
Your
or
brother,
the
your
man,
family, yeah.
brother steps up to be the, chooses who you, or not chooses who you're married, but
No, you choose.
you introduce the guy whether to accept or not. If your brother, if your dad's not there, it's your brother.
Yeah.
So it's just like.
So
Yeah.
I know that me and your mom. So I'm divorced, and they're to the their mom, and I know me and your mom don't have good communication. And we. How do you think does it just stress you out? How does that affect you that when we used to have a good communication, and then obviously just the lifestyle choices that she made, really, I didn't flow it, but how does that affect you? Seeing that we fight as much as we do whenever we talk, how does that stress you out or whatever? Does it stress you out?
it doesn't really stress me out. I know that if you're gonna say you're a mature person, you have to like some arguments you just know it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like, don't even respond.
I think it kind of sometimes stresses me out because it's so stupid.
You know?
It's just unnecessary. It's just
Sometimes
pick your battles,
adults
bro.
argue more than kids do.
Yeah, in the pettiest way. It's just so. It's just like Jesus would flip tables at y'all's conversations.
So yesterday, Faith said she didn't feel well, and I was like, "Well, come lay beside me." You know, I wanted to hold her and
Oh yeah.
do the daddy thing and like, make my baby feel better. And she was like, "No, I don't really want to cuddle. I'm sick. I don't feel good. I don't want to. I don't." And then I was like, "Fine, then go." And then she was taking her phone with her, and I was like, "But leave your phone. If you're too sick to be with me, then you're too sick to be on your phone." She was like, "Bye," and just threw the phone on the bed. And I was like, "That chick has no soul." I was like, I thought for sure she'd fight for a phone. She's like, "Nope, nah, I don't." And then she comes back in like, "Listen, man, I don't do the. I just really don't like to cuddle, and so I'm sorry." And I'm like, "You sound like a 40-year-old man."
And then I walked back out again.
She walked back out, and I was like, "My God, dude, like, you can take your phone." She was like, "No, I'm good. I don't need it." I can't stand it, But conflict is a big thing in family, and I know that I think that we do handle conflict very well, except for when you guys make me livid. Then
I think we handle conflict really well because me and Ezekiel.
Oh wait,
when we
you
have-
just said that you and Ezekiel handle conflict better than I do.
when we get arguments.
No, you just said that. So you guys think that you guys handle conflict better than I do.
So when me and Ezekiel get in arguments and everything, we'll get in like a heated argument for like 5 seconds, and then we'll both like shut down, or not shut down, but be quiet or whatever. And then even if I'm right, I'll just because he'll be fiddling with his phone, and even if I'm right, I'll give him a hug. I'm like, "I love you. Do you love me? I love you."
But you don't do that to me. That's
When
horrible.
you're right.
But I usually am right.
So I think me and Ezekiel handle conflict a lot better.
Okay.
So-
All right.
And Ezekiel do the same thing to me. Like when I know I'm right or whatever, I literally look it up and show it to him, and he's like, "This is Hebrew perspective."
I do that a lot.
And then I was just like, "Are you serious, my man?"
Oh man.
And then he was like, "Nah, I knew you were right. I just wanted to mess with you." I was like, "So you raising my blood pressure because you wanted to mess with me?"
Oh man.
So,
My mom. So your grandmother, who's always has something to say, she says, "You're not a little girl anymore." And this is the part that bothers me is it's like I want to protect your mind from especially your grandmother. You know what I mean? Because
Nah,
your grandmother's
never.
just horrible ideas. You know what I mean?
Grandma's funny.
She's just horrible ideas. And it's just like, don't listen to your dad. He's crazy.
that's my girl.
Oh, whatever. Man, girls do stick together, though. I tell you what. You know what I mean? You guys, I'm like, yo, Faith, you were team dad, and now all of a sudden you got on grandma's team. Like, it's jacked up, man. Got to, man.
You know what you said? Remember what you said yesterday? Grandparents have higher authority. Yeah.
Grandparents have high authority. That's right. She said she's not a little girl anymore. But it was crazy. They both got on. My dad gets on the phone. He's just like, they're gonna leave you, right, dude?
Oh
Like,
my God.
why would you say such horrible things? He's like, dude, they're gonna have their own lives. I'm like, they're not. They're not gonna have their own lives, Dad. They're gonna be with me forever. and everyone's like, dude has no idea that one day he's gonna wake up and they're gonna be gone. But that's all. It's all good though. I know how to fix it.
No, I have a plan. My plan is to stay.
That's right. I love it. I love the plan.
My plan is better, actually. My
I
plan is
remember
get
I remember
married.
how devastated people were. Like the phone lines were blowing up when I said that I was going on your honeymoon with
Oh
you,
yeah.
and people were like, "No, you are not." I'll never forget that show. Like all the people that tuned in was like, "Duke, you are insane. Leave that girl alone."
Oh,
Let me explain why I agree with the honeymoon
No,
thing.
no.
I was saying that I would, and you people who said that, listen. I was saying that I go as security to make sure.
Hire a security
Let
guard.
me explain why I agree, because I've seen Taken,
Listen to Ezekiel.
and
I was
Listen, I like-
17 and went to Paris with her friends.
I've seen Taken, and you can't trust people, even your husband.
There
So
you go.
The dad should always be there for action. Now, does the dad have to be with you? Necessarily, no.
No,
But
just to
the
be
dad
there.
should be.
I
in the
agree
same
100%.
space.
So let me say this. Let me say this. So at the wedding, right? Your father gives you away, right? So if your father
That's
allows
symbolism.
your father allows you to be given away, then he knows that this is the guy that he can trust as well.
No, that's
So
symbolism.
if we go off by ourselves.
We don't actually give you away.
Okay.
It's all a big lie. It's all a big lie. Because the guy that you marry can always give you back.
The dad should at least know your location.
That's right.
I always have your location on.
Oh, you're not giving me back. No. If you want somebody else, I got a different personality. There you go. I got multiple personalities. Which one do you want?
Guys, she put out the warning saying, "You married me. You married me." You like which version of me you want?
If you want to know about me, go to look up our live videos. There you go.
Oh man, guys, I'm telling you, she's scary. But do you believe that you marry the whole family when you marry a person?
Yeah, especially if you're a close family. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you have to every family has to be in every part of your business. I mean, if it's just because, there's obviously you're also.
Are you trying to send me a message?
So when you get married, you also start a new family too. So not everything in your original family has to go into your new family.
Right.
The problem with me, problem with that's going to be with me and Faith is my wife is going to have a problem because she's going to feel like you control me.
Right.
Because I listen to you.
Well, it's not, we have a business. We have a family business that we run. So it's not about control. It's about like us running the business. I have to listen to you guys. You guys are going to be my business partners. You know what I mean? Like I have to listen to you guys. Right now we got to play Speak the Word. We'll be right back.
And according to Galatians 6, verse 7, as a man sows, so shall he reap. Today on Speak the Word, author and evangelist Pastor Joanne Ramsey asks, what seeds are you planting?
I planted a lot of flowers this year. Flowers came up, You cannot plant an apple tree and expect to grow oranges on it. Okay, and let me explain this. A lot of people need help. They need healing, but they're not planting healing. You're planting sickness, depression. You're planting these things, and this is what you're getting. Okay? So you need finances, but you're not planting finances. You're planting poverty by the words that you speak, by the poor mouthing. You plant the words of poverty by saying, I really would like to have that, but I can't afford it. Get that out of your vocabulary. You're a child of the Most High God. He owns everything. He says he owns all the cattle on 1,000 hills, and the hills too, and even the grass that feeds the cows. My God and your God owns it all. So the only one that's going to limit our God is us. The only one that's going to loose him is us. And the only way we're going to loose our God is by the words that he's given us that's confessed out of our mouths. That's the only way it's going to happen. So if you're wanting more finances, if you're needing more health, it's going to be through your words. God's already done it.
Pastor Joanne Ramsey of Speak the Word Ministries. You can receive our free teaching booklet on today's topic. It's a pocket-sized guide filled with the biblical perspective you need to unlock the power in your words. Sign up at speakthewordministry.net/booklet. That's speakthewordministry.net/booklet.
All right, that was Pastor Joanne Ramsey
That
for
was
Speak
good.
the Word Ministry. Yeah, do you think that it's hard to speak life when you're in a tough situation?
Yeah, because all you do is think when you're in a tough situation, it's hard to be positive. because you just want to be angry.
How well do you think I do at speaking life in tough situations?
You do speak life in tough situations, but it's always from a truthful standpoint.
And thank you for that, son.
Like
You're getting that steak.
If somebody's being dumb,
Right.
you're like,
That person's being dumb.
yeah, it's not really
Faith,
so bad.
I don't like Faith's attitude.
It's not really negativity. It's just if a person's being dumb, then it's
Yeah, and that's what Faith's doing right now is just it's so sad that
now.
she admits it to.
Now, do you fuss people out unnecessarily when you don't have to?
Yes.
Yes.
See how she hops up with his son to criticize, but when it's like, hey, give your dad his kudos.
I think you. I mean, but you have a tone about you that it's just when you get
A
mad,
tone?
The tone that irritates.
Yeah,
When you
but-
get mad, it's just unnecessary. A tone, just unnecessary.
Like
I think your forehead's unnecessary.
Sometimes when
Only yours.
people irritate you, you go the extra mile.
Yeah, it's that.
Don't like that.
It's that I do what I want thing. It's just like
It's not worth it.
it's not worth it all.
It's not worth it at all.
You're both on
The only,
punishment.
and the only reason why I know
You're both on punishment.
And the only reason why I know that you do that when like someone does you wrong or whatever, and like or not does you wrong, not necessarily
No,
that,
the-
but I
yeah.
think you take the extra mile because when I was a kid, I kind of still do it now. When Hope would like break something of mine or mess up something of mine,
We
like
break
small,
four things of
I,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I, So- and I don't get it from mom, so I know it's from you.
Well, that's only kind of true. That's only kind of true. Well, no, that's really true. So, because here's the thing,
Oh, like,
I
'cause,
need-
I wouldn't like because I didn't want to cuddle when I was sick. You said leave your phone. So,
because I wanted you to focus on getting better, not being on your phone.
no.
And why?
you
Because
just offended.
do you think I get in my feelings a lot?
Yeah,
I think you're wrong. You're on punishment.
that sounds
I-
like
I-
sure.
And the fact that you said you were like, that's petty.
I did say it. I was when he said leave your phone. I was like, that's better.
Yeah, yesterday I was getting scared because Faith said her throat was hurting. She wasn't feeling good, and then a couple minutes later, Crystal came in and said that her throat was hurting. I was like, yeah, me and you gotta run.
We gotta run.
Because when we get sick, so when Faith and Crystal get sick, they can keep going and they're strong. Me and Dad get sick,
We are
we're
babies.
out.
It's like y'all
baby.
lost a leg in war.
We
or
are
something.
baby.
People,
But I heard that that's a man thing that
It is a
men,
man thing.
that men
people
actually
on
turn.
Facebook be like, where did they go? Ezekiel and Dad got sick.
Yeah, we will be camping out. But I do know that women are better at things. Just like
Yeah.
it's like they do everything. They still run the entire house
Yeah,
while
household
they're sick.
stuff.
It's crazy. Like because I remember whenever you guys leave, to go be with your mom, it's like the house. You would think I've had a party in the house because when we had the house, you would think it was like how did this destruction happen? It's like me looking for a sock, and next thing you know, I'm in the kitchen pulling out plates, and I'm looking for one sock in the entire house.
And you don't even call us. You just do it. And I'm like,
I'm
could've
tearing up
called
everything.
to ask.
Yeah, I'm tearing up everything.
Or you'll tear up everything and then
But we weren't really at the house. We weren't really that organized as we could be because we were always out. The house was just there. The house was just
I
there
knew
for us to
everything
come.
where my stuff was.
The house
Y'all,
was really
I'll say y'all.
yeah.
I'll say all of us.
the house was really there just for us to come back and sleep, and then we'll
Right.
be up and
So we
do
were
and stuff.
now now that we are pretty much living in our car.
Yeah.
We're gonna be. That's not a joke, people. We're gonna be traveling. That's what this is about. We're going across country. We're filming a documentary. We're filming a documentary about our travel across country, trying to get 1 million believers in the Coming Soon Jesus shirts in 1 year. So we're
I
gonna
don't
be
think
sleeping.
sleeping in the car is gonna be that bad either. It's not.
Yeah, because you're young.
Oh.
You know, you got a bad, but we're trying to get 1 million believers in the Coming Soon Jesus shirts in 1 year. And so we're filming this documentary of us doing that. We're going church to church, state to state,
Yeah.
50 states in 52 weeks. The launch off is January 1st, and we leave on New Year's Day. But we're in prep right now. We're trying to get the first 1,000 people in the Coming Soon Jesus shirts. All you got to do is go to comingsoonjesus.org. Go to comingsoonjesus.org. And what you're doing is you're helping us raise money for Current FM to get the new tower. That's $75,000 that we're raising for Current FM. You're helping us build Savior Connect. You're helping us, do a lot in the community where we want to build the body of Christ. You're helping. I mean, guys, this is a huge undertaking, but we're going to be traveling. Now, what are some of the things that you, especially since we're talking about handling conflict? There's a possible chance of being a conflict on the road and stuff like that. What do you think? What's the proper way to handle someone like cutting you off on the road or something like that?
Following them home.
No.
Fuff.
Well, I say just keep driving.
She said following them home.
Keep driving and okay, so being on the road, we got to stay in the spirit of God nonstop. Like we might end up playing worship music the entire time,
Right?
Because it's just a risk you don't want to take.
You see people, especially with people. Man, I saw this guy cut me off on the road yesterday. He's in this big blue truck. If you're out there, sheesh. So
First to you, we love you, we forgive you.
That was a good point, Ezekiel. That's exactly
God
what we're
loves
going
you.
with.
You're gonna have a blessed.
There you go.
You're gonna have a blessed
Good
life.
job, Ezekiel.
You're gonna stay in God. There you go.
She said, "I know where your kids are."
She said that because she wants to find them and pray over them. And
Good job, Ezekiel.
Yeah, that's what she
Good
said.
job. No, so you guys saw my tone got a little weird.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. My tone got a little weird, and I watched Ezekiel look at me like, "So what are you gonna choose, Dad?" And I'm just like, "Man, this dude's deep," because I literally was watching him watching him watch me to see how I was gonna handle it, and I was like trying to not step on the gas because I do have a Coming Soon Jesus car, but it's so difficult, because people are so disrespectful. And here's the thing, folks. A couple weeks ago, a lot of you guys don't know this, but okay, well, let me tell you the whole story. A few years ago, I had this dream that I got shot. A few years ago, I had this dream that I got shot. And it was a guy in a red hoodie and skinny jeans that shot me. Well, when we were moving stuff out with the mold, because of the mold and the bed bugs and all the stuff that was happening to us, it was just crazy. We were just getting blasted at the house. I mean, it was just crazy. Everybody was getting sick. It was just a nasty situation that we were in, and it was happening all at once. And it felt like the plague was happening. And so we started moving stuff out. We pretty much had to get rid of everything, right? We had to get rid of everything. We had to, it was just a bad situation that we were in, right? And the next door neighbors were having a party, and they saw that I was kind of still crashing in the car. And what ended up happening, folks, was unbelievable. I ended up getting a gun pulled on me. But, wait, to back up. So what ended up happening is I'm in my car, and I'm having the dream comes back to me that I had prior. Before that, this dream just comes back to me. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. I remember that dream from 5 years ago. These cars pull up in my driveway, and I get out of the car. I just made this Facebook post about, just ministry. And anyway, I wake up after making that Facebook post. I start to doze off, fall asleep, and these cars are behind me. And I get out of the car, and I tell the kids, hey, they need to go in their own direction. They need to go their own way. The kids pretty much tell me to take my old you-know-what back in the house. Now, in case you guys don't know, I have a special, I do not like thug mentality. I just, the gangster stuff, like I'm ex-military, so you got to know I'm ready. That gangster stuff really just rubs me the wrong way, right? And so what happens is I go inside and I come back out and I'm like, all right, hey guys, really, can you take this? Don't park in my yard and go to the neighbor's house. Like, they disrespect me again, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna flip out. So I go to get my machete, and I'm just gonna start acting like a nutcase. And I go to the door, and right when I go to the door, I remember the guy that was gonna shoot me in my dream. I'm like, oh man, that dream was real. So when I go to tell them one more time, the guy that I had a dream that shot me 5 years before, the guy that had a dream, that guy opens the door to the car and he looks me in the face and says, if you come out here one more time, that's the last thing you're going to do. This happened a couple of weeks ago, folks. And I humbled myself. I had to humble myself. He didn't show me how to get it, but I had to humble myself because God had already 5 years before showed me the dangers of having a temper, right? And how tempers can escalate things. But then 5 years later, to remind me of the dream, in the exact moment, it was the yard that I was in. It was like, I remembered, I was like, this is the day that I get shot. This, and God gave me this ability to choose on how I was going to handle the situation.
It would have been a horrible ripple effect if you did attack him.
Right. So I just chose. So I went back in the house, and then and that was it. I did what I did, but I didn't end up calling police. But my point is, look at what happened. Like it could have been a terrible situation if I had responded like I wanted to. Sheesh.
You know what about my generation that I don't like is if you're in a dangerous situation and you call the police, today it's you're a punk.
So do you worry about that when people like is that?
No, I don't worry about what people think. It's not frustrating, but I just don't like that's a thing.
Yeah.
Like the police is so hated in this generation but what I don't get is that the police is so hated, but who are you gonna call if somebody steals your car?
Yeah, so it's like you're supposed to just sit there and let them.
So you'll use the police, but you don't like the police.
Yeah.
I think a few bad police officers make all the other ones.
Yeah,
Like we were in the mall for letting them off for 3 years, and we're still friends with so many good police officers there. So, and it's just like we know firsthand, like not all police officers are bad or do something for their own personal gain.
Yeah, I don't like it when people assume that everybody's experience is the same.
Even with the dinner in the movement, the girl who lived in the ghetto.
Japan,
yeah.
Yeah.
She lived in the ghetto, and she was a white girl in all black neighborhood, and just because that she directed it to the person, not the entire group of people. It directed to that person.
Yeah.
Did her wrong.
And we have to remember, with influence, there is this there's you might see a person with dreads that has fashion, but they also went to Harvard University or a top college.
Yeah.
They might be a lawyer, and then like today you might see someone all tattooed up, and they might be a police officer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you can't really put it's not that you can't really you can't judge someone on the outside. But
That's why if you're really wondering, go up to them, have a conversation, talk to them. I mean, no.
yeah, I'm all about having the uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
That's where I
That's
flourish.
what the live audience taping is for. We're gonna be doing that.
That's exactly
a
right.
lot.
We're gonna be talking to everybody. Listen, folks, we are filming our documentary as we travel across country. We're gonna
Our
be
first one's tomorrow.
the first one's tomorrow. The first Real Life with Duke White's tomorrow. We'll show you guys how to get there.
Make sure
Did you ever make that video showing people how to go through the?
Yeah. I'm gonna do another one. Just because.
You're gonna do another one.
Yeah.
It's already on YouTube.
I'm gonna try
What?
The one where Ezekiel's like showing people how to get through the website.
I'm gonna try to be like more funny about it though.
You
I'm gonna do like a comedy type of thing. Because the first one I did was more serious. This one I want to do kind of like make people laugh to join.
Gotcha. You know, but and that's good that you're trying different stuff. You're trying to find yourself, man. That's really cool, man. You know, and guys, please let the kids know how they're doing. They really, you know, do a good job. Obviously, I'm all about, you know, what do you call it? Criticism, constructive criticism. But make sure you tell the guys, you know, because I'm really proud of these guys for working so hard. I'm going to show you the production that they did. And for those of you who are listening, you'll be able to hear it. If you want to see it, go to Real Life with Duke White on YouTube, and you'll be able to see it. See what I'm showing everybody from there. But it's just about showing you how to get the tickets, and it's free to the public, you know. But we want you guys to be a part of this. We are filming our documentary, our docu-series, and here you go. You should be able to see it. Check this out.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ezekiel White. I'm one of the She Teens. I wanted to talk to you about this awesome event that we have coming up. And it's going to be at the FFX Theater on 16th Street on the ocean front. And we're going to have amazing conversations, but it's called Real Life with Duke White. But there's a little twist. We're going to have a live audience. And you guys are going to be able to stream it on StreamYard, YouTube, Facebook, and everything on the up. You're going to see it everywhere. So make sure you guys please come out. If you guys are wondering how in the world y'all purchase these or get these tickets, you can RSVP at ffxshow.org. That's ffxshow.org. And you go to the tickets section, you scroll down, you press the, you'll see my dad's face. You press that link, or whatever, and you guys get to choose this, wherever you want to sit. You guys get to choose. We'll have pizza there. We'll have food there. But you have to RSVP. So make sure you guys please come out and support. The show is going to be about truth. You're not going to hear any lies. You might disagree with some things. You might agree. You might get mad. You might cry. You're going to smile. You're going to be happy. There's going to be a lot of encouragement. We're going to have artists. We're going to have politicians. We're going to have people from different communities you might not necessarily agree with. So make sure that when you come there, you have an open heart, you have an open mind. Leave your sensitivity at home when you come to this show, because we're really not going to care about your feelings very much. So if you're not that sensitive person that takes everything to offense, come to this amazing show at FFX Theater in Virginia Beach. I love you guys and have a blessed day. Peace out.
Oh, we go. Peace out.
Peace out. That's my signature.
All right. That's your signature.
My signature. Outro.
So,
An apple.
yeah, I got Apple. Hey, by the way, you guys got to fly the other day.
Yes.
So we were filming we do a show called a segment called Vacate VA, where we tell families where to go to have the best vacation time. You know, when they vacate, we're trying to promote our city and our community. We want you guys to know where to go. And Ezekiel and Faith got to fly at iFly, which that was pretty cool to watch you guys to be able to do that.
The guy clearly said to close your mouth when you are doing it. And my mouth was wide open.
He said you're gonna be slobbing everywhere, or you got drool. So what was that like being
That
able to
was the
fly?
funniest thing ever. It was cool. It was cool, especially when I ended up going all the way up. I was not expecting that. That was scary. But I overcame my fear of doing that, doing it, and it was actually fun. When you overcome fear, it actually does become.
What was it like for you, Faith?
It was fun. It was fun. It was. I felt like you were like when you went like when they went up in the sky, you came down. It felt like a roller coaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of roller coaster, I got kicked off 3 rides because I'm too fat.
And now
You
it's
guys-
making us not ever want to go back to Busch Gardens. And
You guys felt so bad. It was so sad.
Yeah.
Ezekiel didn't feel bad.
No, I did feel bad, but I was being real at the same time.
My dad made choices.
I said, dang, this sucks. I was no, my exact conversation when we stopped did a pitch because we were going to the Griffin, and we took a stop to go into the swing things. I was like, only if I didn't stop because I wanted to go on these swing things, only for you not to be able to get on the Griffin as well. I was done
And
with life. at
the
that
funny
point.
part for me was when the girl that had to say no,
Uh-huh.
her and her friends started laughing.
I didn't
Are
see
you
that part.
serious?
Oh, they lost it. They were laughing so hard. I'm like, I'm the bad guy. Here's what's crazy. I saw guys that were smaller than me looking at me like, don't do it, bro. Like, don't do it. But because I got on the other rides, I thought I got away with it.
Because like different rides, they have different seats.
What's crazy is the last time that I went to Busch Gardens, I thought I was too fat then,
Yeah.
which means that I got bigger because I was allowed to get on then.
Yeah, you got on every single one when the first time me and Faith went.
And you can see this is gonna preach, guys. You can totally see yourself one way and be another way completely. Like I
Yeah.
thought,
I do that a lot. Like every time I watch a superhero movie, I'm like, oh, now I'm Flash. Because I watched it.
yeah, you got that from me. My dad tells me the story about how when we watched Superman, he knew that. He said I just got up and walked away, and he said he knew that I was going to be jumping off from the top of the stairs. And sure enough, when he came to the bottom of the stairs, he stuck his arms out, and I just landed right in his arms because he knew that I was
On
going
the
to.
back end. On the back end.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. I guess we're gonna play you guys some music here. You know, do you guys miss being at the mall?
Some parts I do.
I miss the people that like
Yeah.
the people we meet around the mall, but I still talk to them, so it's just like. But I do miss the it was just the easy ministry part. I
yeah.
wouldn't have to go. We did have to pull people in, but it was just like they were there
I
already.
mean, even if we didn't get much support, we were still connecting to people.
Yeah,
It was.
I get it.
Yeah, we still met cool people. That were there.
Well,
We met some funny people too.
oh, you're some amazing people. You made some amazing people. Make sure you guys stay in tune with us as we go on this new endeavor, this new chapter. You know, we want you guys to be with us. Right now, we're gonna play you guys some music.
Music.
This is new music from We the Kingdom, and it's Jesus Does. Check this out.
We the Kingdom, Jesus does.